There's a lot of talk today about gender-balanced leadership. What do you think are some of the benefits of gender-balanced leadership?
Well, I think one of the key things when you have a balanced and diverse leadership team is that you demonstrate to the entire organization that different perspectives are important to you. I think we all know the stats around the improved collaboration that you get with a gender-balanced leadership team, the improved problem-solving skills, the improved decision-making. But the key thing that people don't think about is what you demonstrate to your employees and what you demonstrate to the outside world when you have a gender-balanced leadership team. Really, it's about what you stand for.
There is also another topic that is really quite prominent today when talking about equality in the workplace, and that is unconscious bias. You have been involved with a program at CIBC. Can you talk a little bit about that program and how it works?
The unconscious bias training, we've rolled that out to all of our executives at the bank, and we're now starting to move down into the leadership team. And it's actually a tremendously important program that we have at the bank. And first of all, what it does is it asks employees to acknowledge that they have an unconscious bias. And then it helps them uncover what their own personal unconscious bias is. And it also gives people the opportunity to come up with strategies around how to deal with the unconscious bias that actually doesn't impact their day-to-day work with their teams.
It seems like a pretty in-depth program, and in some ways maybe makes people a little bit uncomfortable in terms of facing some of those things that they don't like to think about. What did you personally learn from going through the program?
It's a really useful program for anyone, even I would say especially for leaders, which is why we started at the executive level of the organization. And personally, what it reminded me of is that this needs to be at the forefront of our thinking every single day. When we go into our team meetings, when we talk to different members of whether our own team or the larger team, we need to be thinking about how to include people and not excluding people.
The technology space is a space today that is facing many different issues in terms of talking about things like equality. Can you talk a little bit about what drew you to the tech space and what you enjoy about working in that space today, and maybe even just where you see things going in the future?
I was never a technologist. I don't have a math degree. I don't have an engineering degree. I kind of came into technology by chance. I think because I was a good collaborator and they needed somebody who could go between the business and technology. To be honest, I thought I would leave after a couple of years, getting a couple of years experience. And if you had asked me, 10 years ago if I would still be in technology, I would say no. Now, I don't think I will ever leave technology. Technology is really about problem solving. Whether it's a problem and you have to be a detective and try and figure out where it is and what the fix is, or whether it's a new problem that the business brings to you and you need to be innovative around a solution. It is about problem solving, and that's why I like it.